This is the Longtail. The Longtail explains how Amazon and YouTube and so many other things, how it actually works, right? So if you think about Amazon, all of the products that are on Amazon exist in this area. That is, all of the best-selling products on Amazon exist in this area. These are the items that you might see most. So if we look at Amazon right now, we see that Echo is front and center. This might be one of the best, if not the best selling items on Amazon. So in the curve, if we look at it, it actually exists up here. So sales being here and then product being down here. So sales is up here, right? So the Echo is right up here. It's not down here. It's not down at the end over here. It's way up here. So that's important to note. So when we look back at Amazon, that is front and center, so they're always trying to sell that. But if we search something else, not on the homepage, let's search, for instance, ice cream scooper, right? So it's just something random. And we see on here, if I scroll down to, let's say, let's go to the 100th, and it's not letting me just jump that far, but let's go to the 4th page and just go to an ice cream scooper down here. So here's a generic ice cream scooper. It's $4.80, okay? Where do you think this thing lies? It's on the 4th page. It does have some free shipping, and I don't even see any reviews for it. So it might not even have reviews. It doesn't have any reviews. So if we go back into the preview, that's going to exist somewhere down over here, right? Somewhere in this range as far as sales is concerned. But does that mean it's never been sold? No, but it does exist. Now, of these two products, which one are you more likely to see inside of Target, inside of the physical store at Target? Well, of course, you're going to be like, it's going to be the Echo. In fact, in Target, you'll probably see mostly the things that live in this area, and live in the highest selling stuff. But Amazon and the internet in general has this beauty of having this long tail stuff. So that means that ice cream scooper, this might become a bestseller, or it might move into this category later. It might eventually get there. It might not, or it might just sell hundreds of dollars worth of scoopers every month, where it's just a nice little niche thing that just doesn't do a whole lot, but it still exists and it's still making money. Now, this is what's cool about the long tail, and this is what explains the phenomenon of the internet. And that also explains how YouTube works, right? So on youtube.com, we've got all of these little videos here that in some cases we've got some huge views. But if we look at other random videos, let's actually search the exact same thing, ice cream scoop. And here's one, Consumer Reports has a video for 30,000 views. Here's another one, 10 best ice cream scoopers of 2016. That has 4,000 views, right? So it has 4,000 people actually watch that, and that is down here on the actual spectrum of long tail of what's being watched, whereas the next one, most ice cream scoops balanced on a cone, that has nearly 4 million views, so that's probably more in this range here. Now, it's not up here where it's like at 100 million views, but it does explain that, hey, we've got this distribution curve that is showing us where things lie. Now, here's the key as an entrepreneur, and why you should understand this has everything to do with where a lot of people focus. A lot of people focus on building businesses here or to reach here, when you should be thinking about building businesses that reach down here. Now, the reason for that is because you can absolutely dominate these niches, and they can last for a very long time, if not forever. Like on Amazon.com, this item, it will never go off of their digital shelves, right? Because they don't have any reason to do that. The only reason this would go off is if this company, Dewtop LLC, that is the one selling it right here, they would be like no longer around or something like that. If they went out of business, then yeah, maybe this item goes away. But on YouTube, on the other hand, unless this stuff is like, violating some law on YouTube, this video is going to exist forever. And by the time you're watching it, it might have 10,000 views, and therefore it's moving up this chain. So as an entrepreneur, you got to think about, how do I dominate the long tail of these things? How do I live in this area? Because this area is so crowded. This area is so much harder, especially this area, this little sliver here, is so much more crowded and therefore so much harder to actually achieve than just dominating this big area. And this long tail exists for ice cream scoopers itself too on Amazon, right? So if I go back to Amazon and go to that first page of ice cream scoopers, these first maybe 10 or 8, those ones might have this sliver of the distribution or the sales for ice cream scoopers, where all the other ones might be in here. So that one we were just looking at, that one might actually get some decent sales every month, even though it's on the 4th page, where this one right here might only get a fraction better, but it's on the 1st page, right? So that's something else to think about, and that's why there's multiple pages that actually exist, is because these other things actually do get sales. So yes, there is also a big opportunity in selling things on Amazon themselves, as well as uploading things on YouTube because of that long tail. Now, if you want to read a book that's really interested in this, it's called Free by Chris Anderson. And this book right here, when it came out, it was free. You might even be able to get it for free using Audible, or you might even be able to look it up, or even just talks from him on YouTube. And that is something that goes into it in more depth and how this long tail economic stuff actually works. And look, here's a video right here. Came out 6 years ago and it has 7,000 views. This might be a really good video that just didn't get a whole lot of traction. So this is an important concept, and I want you guys to think about it when it comes to actually building whatever it is that you're building, because there's some value in this. And there's a chance that you're watching this years after this actually was published. Hopefully you are, because years from now, this will still be relevant. This will still make sense. And if you are watching it, you'll know that I am not trying to make this for the mass audience here. I'm trying to make it for you guys down here. I'm trying to make it for the long tail, the entrepreneurs that are willing to watch and put in the effort into making things happen. Hopefully that's one of you guys. This is where entrepreneurs lie. We don't lie with the masses that consume the major things. Thanks so much for watching. I will have this video linked as well as the book in the description below. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. My name is Justin Mitchell, and I'll see you in the next one.